Welcome. Today I bring you a special preview of the ambassador's daughter. Yahya and Zara play with Melik. Halis, Menex and Elvan arrive. So Menex tells Melik that he bought her a gift, but Melik says nothing, so Halis asks her to thank Menex, but Menex tells her there is no need to thank her, takes her hand and takes her away, asking her to try on what she bought her. Once in the room, Menex angrily lets go of Melik's hand and throws her clothes in her face, demanding her to wear them. Melik refuses, saying she doesn't need anything from her because she has her mother. Menex then starts throwing all of Melik's clothes away, saying she will cut her like she cut her wedding dress and then blame her for everything. Melik, scared, agrees to wear what he bought her. Menex orders her to obey her and that when Sanjar arrives she should throw him out of the room, so that he does not stay there to sleep, threatening that if he does not do so she will destroy all his things. Melik tearfully picks up her clothes while trying to calm herself by saying that her mother will soon get a job and she will be able to leave that house. In the evening, Geddes tells Muget that Sanjar wants Nair to leave because it hurts him to see her. And that is why he had to promise him that he would not help Nair get a job and that he would take her out of the city. At that moment Nair arrives asking to speak alone with Geddes. Nair asks him to help her find a place in the city where Sanjar has no influence, saying that she must find a job, but that Sanjar won't let her since he hates her. Geddes tells her that Sanjar doesn't hate her, but still loves her. So Nair says that if Sanjar really loved her he would believe her instead of marrying another woman. Geddes tells her that Sanjar thinks she ran away and didn't look for him for 9 years, plus she hasn't shown him any proof from the hospital or tried to get Sanjar to believe her. Nair says she doesn't care to prove anything anymore and that if there is no trust there is no love. Geddes asks her to tell him what happened. Nair just says that Sanjar didn't believe her. So Geddes asks her what Sanjar didn't believe. But Nair just leaves crying. He follows her to the room. Nair yells at him to come out, but he refuses, so Nair tries to leave but he stops her and asks her to tell him everything. Nair shouts that she already told her father, Sanjar and the police, but no one believes her. Geddes is shocked to know that the police were involved and asks her why. But Nair asks him not to ask her anymore, as she can't stand to be called a liar anymore. Geddes swears he will believe her. So Nair reveals to him that the day before she ran away with Sanjar she was abused, so Geddes is shocked. Nair remembers the day she turned 18, when Sanjar gave her a wedding ring but her father threw it away, so Akin went to comfort her and upon learning that she would marry Sanjar and run away with him, he was enraged and after making sure no one was around he locked her up and abused her to mark her. Geddes, knowing this, infuriates and asks her who Akin is and where he is. She replies that Akin was a family friend and Guven ended up being her guardian. So Geddes asks her if that is why her father didn't believe her. Nair remembers that when her birthday party was over she came downstairs crying and her father, seeing her, took her to his room and there she told him what happened. But Akin told her that they were both drunk and got carried away and now they should get married, but she refused and asked her father to call the police. But her father not only refused to call the police but blamed her for seducing Akin and ordered her to marry him. Akin told her that her father would not help her as she needs to be on good terms with him because of his wealth. Geddes asks her if she then went to the police. Nair says yes, but they called her father and he refused to file a complaint. So after that she ran away with Sanjar and married him. Geddes asks her how could she get married when the day before she was abused. Nair explains that she did not know what to do and could not tell Sanjar either. She says that she thought that when they got married Sanjar would support her and that together with him she could forget everything and heal her wounds. But he did not believe her. He accused her of cheating on him and threw her out. Geddes asks how could Sanjar do that and gets upset. Regretting the promise he made her, Nair asks him what he is talking about but he just tells her to get ready because the next day he will start working. She is surprised, so Geddes tells her that in the city if there is someone who is not afraid of Sanjar it is him. She refuses to accept the job, but Geddes tells her that if she had to bear so much pain alone and for years, Sanjar will have to bear the pain of seeing her. Nair asks him if he went crazy, so Geddes says yes, since he believes him. Sanjar arrives home and goes to see Melik, but Halis, seeing him, scolds him for coming so late when he is married and demands him to have children, so he angrily asks her to leave him alone. Menex comes out to greet him, but he asks her to go to sleep and says they will see each other in the morning. Sanjar goes into his daughter's room. Melik tells him not to stay with her. He asks her to tell him if anyone is bothering her. So Melik remembers Menex's threat, and just tells him that no one is bothering her and that she wants to be alone. Sanjar goes out, but does not go to Menex's room, so she is furious. The next day Guven goes to see Akin to beg him to help him, so Akin accepts. But as soon as Guven goes out, he calls Karam to put his plan together with Tiber into action. Meanwhile at Sanjar's house they all have breakfast and joke, but Menex tries to get Sanjar's attention, making the atmosphere uncomfortable. Melik asks when her mother will get a job, so Sanjar asks her why she cares. Melik answers that her mother told her that they will move in together when she finds a job. Sanjar answers that Nair won't get a job and she won't be able to take her either. So she should get used to that house and live with them. Melik angrily asks her how many days she should stay there to pay all the money he gave to Guven and runs away. Sanjar tries to follow her but Zara tries to calm him down, promising him that she will talk to Melik. Geddes goes to wake up Nair to go to work, but she refuses to take that job, saying that she does not intend to work in a company that Sanjar is a partner in. A relative of Gulsier's arrives at Sanjar's house asking for work, so he gives her the job that Geddes was planning to give Nair and offers to take her to start the job. Guven arrives at the embassy, but in his office he meets Tiber and is informed that he has been dismissed due to his debts in the casinos. Sanjar takes Dudu to the company to meet Geddes, but when he arrives at his office he meets Nair, so surprised he asks what is going on. Geddes sarcastically replies that he hired a new employee and asks him if he would like to meet him. Nair remembers the conversation he had with Geddes, where he told her that if she didn't take the job she would have to give in to Sanjar and leave town, leaving her daughter behind. So if she really wants to get what she wants she must be willing to put up a fight and teach her daughter strength, so Nair accepted the job. Sanjar angrily takes Geddes away, so Nair worriedly follows them. Outside Sanjar reminds Geddes of the promise he made to him, but Geddes tells him that there is no more promise and that he will not throw Nair out. Sanjar tells him that he trusted him and showed him his wounds, so he asks him if that is loyalty for him. Geddes answers that he does not pity him anymore, so Sanjar hits him, generating a fight. Nair tries to intervene, but the guards stop her. Halis and Menex arrive and seeing what is happening they yell at Nair. Sanjar yells at Geddes that he is his brother while Nair is nobody. Geddes replies that Nair has suffered a lot after being abused and that he, who is supposed to love her, just blamed her and threw her out, making her jump off a cliff, so he doesn't plan to let her be hurt anymore. Sanjar asks him if he then believed Nair and betrayed him. Geddes yells at him that he believed him and that he no longer cares what he feels. Sanjar lunges at him asking him why he believed Nair. So Geddes replies that when you are in love you believe in each other, so Sanjar is shocked. Geddes tells him that he is so in love with Nair that he believes him unconditionally. Sanjar says that now their friendship and business is over and that he no longer wants anything to do with him. And so we end this preview, until next time.